Welcome to our Georgia exhibit. If you look at a map of the southeastern United States, you will find Georgia tucked into the corner where the mountains meet the sea. Our tour begins at the northernmost peaks. These are the Blue Ridge Mountains, a world of high forests, cool waterfalls, and rushing streams. As you head south, the landscape changes. The mountains give way to the Piedmont region, filled with rolling red clay hills and wide rivers that flow through the state's busiest cities. Finally, the land meets the Atlantic coast. This area is famous for wide marshes and barrier islands that protect Georgia's shoreline from ocean waves. From the high mountain peaks to the sandy beaches, the whole state is one connected system where water flows all the way to the sea. Long before Georgia had its modern name, Indigenous peoples lived here. Nations like the Muskogee and Cherokee governed these lands, farmed the soil, and traded across the region for thousands of years. At Ocmulgee, these early residents engineered massive earthen mounds. These hand-built structures were the centers of their spiritual and community lives. Native people and their nations are living and active today, continuing their traditions and helping shape the region's future. European settlers arrived later to establish farms and build colonial towns, changing the way the land was shared and managed. To understand the state today, we have to see it as one long, continuous story that stretches from ancient mound builders to modern neighborhoods. Let's move to the center of the action in Atlanta. As the state capital, it is a massive hub for government, business, and education. You can spot the state capitol by its shining gold dome. This is where the governor works and where leaders meet to make decisions for all Georgians. Atlanta is also the birthplace of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He led a movement from this city that used peaceful protest to demand justice and change the entire world. He worked alongside thousands of everyday people. Students, teachers, and families marched together through these streets to insist on fairness for everyone. Further south in Savannah, neighbors worked together for generations to protect their historic squares and build a community that honors its deep African American history. Across the state, these cities served as stages where ordinary residents joined forces to create progress. As you explore the exhibit, look for the brown thrasher. This speckled bird is the official state bird of Georgia. While everyone knows the Peach State nickname, Georgia's farmers actually lead the way by growing billions of pounds of peanuts every year. You can see the massive scale of Georgia's farms in fields like this, which provide food for people all over the country. Beyond the farms, the state has become a world-famous hub for the movie and television industry, with crews filming in cities and small towns alike. Georgia succeeds by finding a unique balance. It feeds the country from its rich soil while entertaining the world on the big screen. Down at the southern border, you'll find the Okefenokee Swamp, a giant maze of dark water and tall cypress trees draped in moss. This wild ecosystem is home to the American alligator, a creature that looks like it stepped right out of prehistoric times. Georgians take a lot of pride in their crops. Sometimes they even build giant statues to celebrate them, like this smiling peanut you can find along the road. Between the wild swamps and the quirky roadside statues, exploring Georgia is a journey that requires a sense of humor and a lot of curiosity. Georgians are active people who love the outdoors. Since we are at the end of our exhibit, it is time for you to stand up for a physical challenge. Reach your arms as high as you can. Imagine you are a tall pine tree growing on a cool mountain peak in North Georgia. Now, sway your arms rhythmically side to side. You are moving just like the marsh grass in the salt breeze along the coast. From the high mountains to the coastal tides, Georgia is a dynamic, welcoming place that is now yours to explore. Great job today.